This edition of Sports Galore is proudly brought to you by Subway. And now, here's your hosts, Mark Allen and Adam Treloar.
G'day everybody, my name's Mark Allen and welcome to Sports Galore. Of course, this is Adam Treloar. Nice to see you, bud.
Nice to see you, mate.
Bad luck after the loss on the weekend.
Yes.
It's a devastating one for all the supporters.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to ask you this question. The Collingwood players, they walk off a little bit flat, but at training you can't have flat training. So what do you do to get the boys up?
Oh, well, I think just being in each other's company is the biggest thing because, we're all in it together. There's no individual, obviously. So we've got to lick our wounds and accept what happens and what comes to us in terms of the review and then back it up and just try and redeem ourselves next week.
Well, let's get on with the program. Today we're talking about life after footy, life after sport, and some of the best comebacks that we have ever seen.
I know what I'll be doing.
What are you going to be doing?
I'll be in NBA analysis with Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Can you wear those crazy suits like
that
guy does?
I want you to do Craig Sager.
In honour of Craig Sager.
I will.
I want you to wear those crazy suits, the red shoes, the whole lot, the red socks.
Mate, you wait 15 years' time when this show's still going, but it's obviously not going to be Adam Treloar. I'll be coming down as a guest from the NBA.
Right, I want to tell you about this fella. He's named Brock Lesnar. Now, do you know? Obviously, you do.
Obviously, mate.
Ex-WWE wrestler.
Four-time world heavyweight champion.
You like the wrestling, do you?
Youngest world heavyweight champion.
Mate, when I was a kid, the wrestling was huge. King Kong Bundy, just everything, mate. It was huge. He was a wrestler from 2000 to 2004. He ended up being an NFL defensive end from 2004 to 2005. It continues. Then he was a mixed martial artist, 2006 until 2012.
In the UFC.
In the UFC, excuse me. And then back to the WWE 2012, and he's currently still getting around.
And he's going to come and, what's he doing at UFC 200?
You tell me. Well, he's in the news, mate. Is he? He's in the news because he's switching back to the UFC. The story never stops. The story never stops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now off to the UFC.
I know. Make up your mind, Brock. Come on.
Good work, Brock. I like your style, mate. I wonder if he's making money or if he's just doing it because he needs the cash. But well done to you. That is enormous. Now, who's he fighting? UFC 200. That couldn't be too far away. I'm seeing it advertised everywhere.
Mark Hunt.
New Zealander Mark Hunt.
Who lives in Sydney, though.
Right.
So we'll claim him.
All right, good.
We'll claim him as an Aussie.
Aussie Mark Hunt.
We'll claim him.
Be careful when you say that name. Now, old Brock Lesnar, that is a massive. I mean, if there's ever an issue or ever a topic, this guy should be number one on the list for switching careers and making amazing comebacks. So hats off to you, Brock. You are a star. What about some of the other big names to switch codes?
Massive.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson stands out, obviously.
Mate, how about all the commercials?
Bo's knows best. Have you ever seen the 30 for 30 doco?
Yeah.
You know what I find hilarious?
Go on.
Hilarious. If you watch it, he talks about how, he loved baseball and he NFL wasn't his love. So anyway, he has this press conference saying, how he wants to play both. And he said that I don't really enjoy NFL. I just have it as a hobby. Turns out he goes pick one, becomes one of the best running backs in his era of all time. So it's crazy.
Could have played basketball at a really high level. Baseball was just a no-brainer for him.
Athletics.
Just a genius.
All the stories about him is just phenomenal.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, mate.
What about that 30 for 30? Jordan takes the bus. Have you seen that one?
Jordan
that was
rides
a cracker
the bus.
as well.
Jordan rides the bus.
A couple of our homegrown ones. Carmichael
Hunt.
Israel Folau.
My boy Izzy.
Mate, he's gone from the NRL to the AFL. Now he's playing rugby.
Yes.
Not a bad little effort there from Izzy boy.
He'd be able to be I reckon he'd be able to play in the NFL, 100%.
What was he like? What was he like to be
I
around?
lived with him when he first...
You lived with Israel Folau.
Yeah, I know. I have to pinch myself saying that as well.
Every week we get a story, folks. All right, come on. Give us a little bit.
Well, so I moved up, obviously was pre-listed as a 17-year-old to the Giants, and I went up with another guy, Dylan Shield.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were flying up, when we were moving up, we were 17, moving away from family. I can be honest and say I was in tears. We were saying goodbye to everyone at the airport, was shattered, going up to Sydney. Rock up to Sydney, and there's Israel Folau waiting with one of the coaches. Right. And I go to the coach, his name's Al McConnell. I say, Al, did you bring Izzy here so we can meet him? Like, that is the nicest thing I think anyone's ever done. He goes, no, he just got the same flight from Brisbane. It's just ironic that you're here. And so then we went to Breakfast Point, and turned out I was living with him for 3 months. So he's a great lad. He's a very good lad.
Righto. And Jared Hayne, of course. Yeah. Not a bad performance, getting over there of San Francisco. And we've got to give this other bloke another minute. God, every single week. We're talking about code hopping. Mason Cox. Well done, sir. Basketball, soccer as a kid.
He's an engineer as well, so
engineer.
He's got it all.
Now kicking goals at the MCG when it counts.
He's got it all.
2 after the siren, by the way, on the weekend.
Yeah, I know. How impressive.
I don't reckon there'll be another American in the history of our game to hit 2 goals after a siren in one game. So you've got that record for life, Mason. Well done to you. Tony Lockett, of course, made the comeback. Can you remember? Were you old enough?
19. When did he make it?
Well, St Kilda, he played between 83, or he played footy for between 83 and 99 for St Kilda and Sydney.
Yes.
But he made a comeback
in 2002.
Right, I do.
Yeah, 2002,
Yeah, 3 games, 3 goals.
It was nothing like what he was when he left.
Must have been pretty bored, I reckon.
Yeah, he must have been.
What were you thinking, mate? Or the dogs weren't going too fast?
Doesn't he like going out pig shooting?
Well, I've never actually heard that come out of his mouth, Adam, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was a pig shooter more often than not. My dad's a greyhound trainer, Gary Allen, and Gazza. I used to go to the Olympic Park Dogs, where you train
just
every day.
Here.
There used to be a dog track where you train every day. Yeah. Do you know?
No idea, mate. I ran there once in grade 6.
Did you really?
I ran Olympic Park once.
Was the dog track in the middle?
No, there was no dog track. It was a soccer field.
Right.
Well, it was actually when Melbourne Storm played.
Well, there used to be a greyhound track right there. Yes. Before it was anyway. Plugger was there, and I thought he was King Kong Bundy, mate. He was so big. I couldn't believe how big he was.
Did you go up and chat to him?
No. I had to walk around him. It took me about 10 minutes to get around him. He was so big. Anyway, he's invested in the greyhound industry these days, and he's got some quick dogs. Yeah. Mate, he's making a fortune in the greyhounds. Don't worry about that. We've already spoken about you. Now, seriously, you're not going to be an analytical type in the NBA, are you?
No.
I've got a couple of things going. What were you going to do?
I'm a PT. I'm a qualified PT, so if anyone wants to get trained by me, just send through some emails. Right. But so I'm a qualified PT. I'm doing a course to become a primary school teacher, so I'm going to start doing that. Nice. But my biggest interest, funnily enough, is media. So
good. Well, you're good at
in the radio or something, or maybe along the lines you and I can do a show.
Come talk to me. We'll fix it up.
But in all seriousness, I'll be an NBA analysis with Shaq and Charles, and in 15 years' time, when this show's still going, I will be here and I'll come down and I'll explain them all about
even if it's just for 10 minutes, I want it to happen.
Mark my words, mate. Mark my words.
Now, Antony Koutoufides.
I
love this man. I imagine you, being a young Carlton supporter, would have loved him.
Yes, Cooter.
All right, talking about afterlife in sport. How about this bloke? Dancing with the Stars, the twinkle toes of Antony Koutoufides.
Did he win it? He won it.
I think he did win. Yeah, I think he did win.
Well, there you go.
But where he was at his absolute best post-football,
I do remember this,
was Gladiators. Cooter, the Greek god. I reckon it sold him short a bit, actually. I think they could have come up with a more powerful name. Because
Zeus
I love that man. Yeah, Zeus. That would have been much, much better.
Hercules.
But there was some unfortunate stuff for Cooter.
Oh, yeah.
Very unfortunate. Now, we know Souvlaki Hut was a little venture.
No, but there's still one going in Keysborough.
The Souvlaki Hut is there.
I drive past it every day. I go back to Dandy, and I don't see any Souvlaki Hut anywhere bar this one. There's still one.
There's one left.
There's still one going.
Are you a Souvlaki? I can't imagine.
It's good. It's all right. It's next to Cold Rock, so I think that's why people go, because they want the ice cream.
All right. So when Cooter was trying to pump up the Souvlaki Hut, he did make one of the worst commercials in the history of Australian television. Let's just revisit.
You hungry? You want something to eat? I've got something for you. Here you go. Whoa! What? You want a souvlaki? Well, you'll have to impress me, monkey.
It's souvlaki.
Souvlaki Hut. You'll do anything to get one.
Souvlaki Hut.
What?
That went to air.
What's wrong with that?
People were watching.
It would have made some moolah.
There would have been families at home sitting on the couch on a Sunday enjoying themselves, watching a family movie, and they had to put themselves through that commercial. Thank goodness the Subway commercials are 1,000 times better, and a big thank you to our friends at Subway for looking after us here at Sports Galore. Right, it's over to you for You Wouldn't Believe It. How this segment is still here.
It always gives me a good
Sammy, this one better be a good one, bud, or otherwise there's trouble.
It's a good one. Come on. You wouldn't believe it. Simon Wiggins, you know Simon Wiggins? Played for Carlton.
Yeah.
Played 116 games for Carlton.
Yes.
Actually, I did the AOS and he was a legend.
He wasn't a bad player, was he?
Yeah, he was actually a really good role player. Played
pretty good.
Really good role. Anyway, Since retiring from the AFL, Wiggins is now a train driver in Melbourne, which is good.
Is he?
Good on him. Yeah, well, apparently. This is you wouldn't believe it, so I think he is.
Oh, well done.
Anyway, last week, his train broke down, and there had to be another train to come and push it out of the way. But this is it.
This has got hairs all over this story,
The
mate.
the man driving the train was his brother Patrick, who played 12 games for the Western Bulldogs.
This is the first one that's not
You
right.
wouldn't believe it. But
How many games did his brother play?
He played 12 games for the Western Bulldogs. So they're both AFL. They were AFL players. Now they're both train drivers, and they helped each other in an emergency situation. And they're brothers. Believe it or not.
I don't believe they both
No.
drive trains,
It's
let
true.
alone they pushed each other out.
It's true. It's
That's
a big
not
tick.
true.
Big tick.
Is
True.
that in the news? Has that been in the news? That'll be in the news very soon. Someone will pick that up.
It's true, mate. There you go.
Hey, Mr. Gullen, you want that one, buddy? Simon
Again,
Wiggins.
if you've got an issue with it, take it up with Sammy. Don't take it up with me because I'll just read what's put in front of me.
So Simon and Patrick Wiggins
Yes.
both drive trains.
Both used to play in the AFL.
And
And
somehow
they're both brothers.
in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
And one pushed the other.
Patrick come and help him out. Good, eh?
That's it. There's no more would you believe it. It's just stupid now.
I believe it.
That can't be right.
That is right.
That can't be right.
It's right.
All right. Hey, a couple of ex-Collingwood players
Yes.
after footy. Luke Ball,
Yeah.
he's changed
a
sides,
star,
mate. Changed sides.
Yeah. Head of, what is he? The
Looking
head of
after the umpires now.
Association,
Yeah, doing a bit of stuff,
Oh,
I think,
I'll
for
tell you what,
ABC.
though, mate, I could never be that. But
Doing some stuff for ABC Radio.
Is
and
he
also,
really?
Yeah, and Channel 9 Sunday Footy Show.
Yeah, that's right.
And now he's looking after the umpires as well.
He's a
Have you got a
star.
message for Luke? Any decisions you'd like to have a chat
No,
about?
I'll keep that.
Right.
I'll
Are you
keep that
sure?
closed
Here's your
because-
opportunity. You can
No,
look right
mate,
down
I'll
the
keep
barrel
that
and
because I don't want to get a fine or anything. So
Right,
umpires have been great this year, though.
Mark McGough.
Yes, he won a. Did he
and
win
the
an
Gay medal.
as a 21-year-old or 22?
I thought he was even younger. 17.
17.
17. He's a
In
17-year-old.
2002, though, it was 02 because it was wet, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
pretty
Rained
sure.
all day.
Anyway.
He's a teacher in WA, so
Is he? Good on you, Mark.
nice to see you again, Possum Eyes. I hope you're going well. And
Oh, this is a good one.
Mark Orville,
Yeah.
you tell the story.
Well, obviously played 7 games for Collingwood, but he's a star now of Angry Dad.
What's
Please
ang-
tell me you've seen Angry Dad.
What's Angry
You
Dad?
haven't seen Angry Dad.
No, I have not. What is it?
Next week, we are bringing in a YouTube clip. Or, you know what? Do yourself a favour. Google
Thanks,
Angry
Molly.
Dad. It's his sons, so Dylan and... I forgot his other son's name. One of them, they both actually were on a list. One was on the Adelaide list, one was on the
So
Collingwood list, I'm
Mark
pretty sure.
Orville.
So their son, they've made there's just thousands of videos of Angry Dad, which is Mark. So
Right.
what they'll do is, perfect one for example is they'll be privately filming Mark standing in the kitchen, and one of the boys will go, "Here, Dad, catch," and he'll turn around and they'll throw an egg at him.
Right.
And he'll catch it, and then he'll just lose it. He just
Right.
loses his cool, and it's like it's all over Victoria. You got to YouTube it, mate. It's
Right,
hilarious.
Angry Dad, Mark Orville.
Hilarious.
Nice to see you, Marky. I'll have a look at you
Hilarious.
this afternoon. And can we put him on next week? Why can't we put him on next week?
Not PG at all.
Not
There is-
PG.
Mate, there's some hilarious ones.
All right, I'm definitely going it now.
The I'm the
I'll
tell
be-
a
I'll be
donut
there
trick.
this Arvo.
That's a funny one.
Righto, finally, the Do You Cares.
Oh, yes.
Muhammad Ali, all the tributes, boxing
Everyone cares.
champions.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My favourite Muhammad Ali quote.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Absolutely.
I know. Absolute
What
star.
a man, what a man. All the I'll tell you what's been great. It's just all the tributes,
Yeah.
watching his life again.
I know.
No matter where you go. I mean,
know.
I can't stop watching it.
They put a couple of his 30 for 30s on, I think, the day he passed away. So, yeah, absolute star.
And the When We Were Kings has been rolling around the Foxtel
What
as
was
well.
it, Rumble in the Jungle? Was that the...
Rumble in the Jungle.
That was the fight in...
Well, it was the Thriller in Manila. That
and
was
Rumble in the
Ali
Jungle.
Fraser 3.
That's right, yeah.
Rumble in the Jungle. Was that Foreman?
It might have been that one, yeah.
It might have been the Foreman one.
So, yeah, he's a star.
the rope-a-dope.
Star.
Conor McGregor takes
this
on
is
Nate
huge.
Diaz.
This is huge.
UFC 2002. What happened
I
to
can't wait for this.
Conor McGregor fighting Floyd
Floyd
Mayweather
Mayweather, I don't
Jr.?
know.
Is that
It was,
still on
it was
the
never
cards?
going to go ahead, please.
They were going to split 100 million. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
so
that.
Floyd was getting 93 million and Conor was getting 7.
Floyd would
that's the reason we're not
have
seeing
had
that
money
fight.
on it as well. Have you seen some of the ludicrous bets he does, Floyd?
Yeah, and
It's ridiculous.
He takes a photo of his betting
yeah,
slip.
and puts it up on social media.
Only the winning ones,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, exactly.
Now, this one's going to hurt you, mate.
Oh yeah.
The
You know what,
Cavs and
mate?
Warriors, mate. NBA Finals. As we go as we record this program, Golden State and their outside game
2-0
just
up.
doing it too
They're
easy.
just destroying them. Mate, the finals was in my opinion, the final was played in the conference final.
Yep.
My boys pushed them to the line, couldn't get over the line. But the biggest thing for me at the moment is where Kevin Durant's going to go.
He's hanging around, isn't he? Do you reckon he's off?
Well, this is
What is the story?
Everyone reckons he's going to go because he's out of contract. But the thing is, he's got a player option, a 1-year player option.
Right.
And Russell Westbrook's contract doesn't end until next year.
Right.
So I'm thinking he'll sign a 1-year. He'll say yes to his player option, sign a 1-year deal with that, with another player option on, and then come the end of next season, 2017, him and Westbrook will both be out of contract, and then whether we win the ring or not, I reckon they'll decide whether they're going to leave from there.
What happens if he leaves?
Well, then
what are you
going
to do?
wherever he goes.
You're going wherever he goes.
Absolutely.
You're a loyal man.
I am a loyal man.
Very loyal man. Now, the top 3 in the world of golf,
yes.
Day, Spieth, McIlroy.
All you.
They had a look at the USPGA tournament at the Memorial in Columbus, Jack Nicklaus's tournament. And William McGirt, a bloke who should never win anything, has won that tournament. That was amazing. Well done to you, William. You've done more than I ever did.
Where's he from?
He's from America. William McGirt. I
like
didn't make that name up either.
I like that last
there was a
name.
guy called Jeff Maggott.
Was there?
There was. And he used to play pretty well. His name was Jeff Maggott, one of the most unfortunate sporting names in the history of the world.
Can I just say...
But he tried to change his name to McGirt.
Did he?
Yeah.
My favourite name of all time.
It didn't work for Jeff.
I'm giving a plug out to one of my best mates, Sam Darley. He went to school
Yeah.
with a guy called Guac McEwen Guac.
What? How do you spell that?
I don't know.
Guac?
McEwen Guac.
Guac McEwen Guac. That's it for you. This is getting silly.
I'm telling
This
you,
is
he
getting
did.
silly.
He did, I'm telling you.
All right.
He went to school with him.
You've got me again. The Socceroos, they've defeated Greece. Now they played.
That was played overnight, wasn't it?
No, that was.
wasn't
The second one's played tonight. This
Oh,
one was
tonight.
played on mud. Ange Postecoglou, the coach, was embarrassed. I care. I reckon Ange has got a great point, Ange. I reckon it would be embarrassing.
So, can you explain to me what happened?
Well, they brought a national team over. They played at
ANZ Stadium.
ANZ Stadium.
I know that stadium well because I
Mud
used to
pit.
play there. Yeah,
Mud-
it used
mud
to
pit.
always get shredded
Well, they do, and you bring in
because they play the rugby there.
Yeah, that's right.
Every weekend, it just gets ripped up by that.
Yeah,
so they're playing. Yeah,
I care,
absolutely.
Ange. I think it's a disgrace, and whatever
long-
you want, I hope you get.
As long as the Roos won, Soccer Roos won, that's right.
Your favourite, Nick Kyrgios.
Your favourite, Nick Kyrgios.
Not going to go to the
Why
Olympics
is,
in Rio.
Why not?
They've treated him poorly, is what Nick says. He doesn't like Kitty Chiller. Excuse me, Kitty. I didn't mean to get that wrong. No, not happy with Kitty's treatment of him.
Is he? That's good.
That's no surprise.
I can't wait to bring him in on the show one day.
One day we'll get him in. Now, this is a big one. You better say you care.
Oh,
Novak
absolutely.
Djokovic has won the career Grand Slam.
Yeah,
12
good job.
majors, and now he holds every major tournament. He holds all
amazing.
the trophies.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. It's probably the biggest sports story of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've just rolled over it down here in Australia.
Yeah.
But that is enormous. Not on
14th
Sports
Grand
Galore,
Slam
though.
as well.
On Sports Galore, you get the highest honour, which is big thumbs up. Well done to you, Novak.
Great work, Novak.
Hey, buddy, good luck on
you.
Queen's birthday
Mate,
against the D's,
can't
mate.
wait for it.
We want to see a big turnaround and a big win as well.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, folks. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks to our friends at Subway, this has been another episode of Sports Galore. If you've got feedback on the show, or you have a topic you'd like the guys to talk about, use the club's official social channels to let us know. Go Pies.